So I saw a video a few weeks ago, maybe a couple of months ago, it may have been that long, of Peach calling Rosebush a disgrace. Now, it stunned me because I think to call a man a disgrace is cutting to the very heart of his manhood and of his character. It's a big freaking deal to call someone a disgrace. I mean, this is not something you do lightly. From what I recall, growing up in Jamaica, if a woman called a man a disgrace, it was something of a curse. You know, she was cursing him and damning him to hell by calling him a disgrace. And disgraces are not small things. A disgraceful man is different from a man who displays disgraceful behavior. So to declare someone a disgrace is an acknowledgement of disgraceful behavior perpetrated repeatedly over time. So you can't be a disgrace if you've done something bad once. You can't be a disgrace if you've done something bad twice. You can be a disgrace if you consistently act in scandalous ways. So what I mean by scandalous ways is if a man takes his family to the park and some crazed lunatic shows up with a semi-automatic weapon, which of course could only happen in the States, and begins shooting, and this man, instead of throwing his body over his children to protect them from the bullets, he runs and hides behind his daughter or hides behind an object and leaves his wife and his children to fend for themselves, then that man would be declared a disgrace. If a man goes to a reunion and he gets a little drunk and maybe falls down on the ground and maybe says a few things that he maybe should not say, then he is said to have disgraceful behavior. However, if that man goes to his reunion every single year, gets drunk, talks about his wife, talks about her sexual problems, talks about his sexual problems, talks about his children, how they're doing in school, all the details of their life, then that man is said to be a disgrace. He has scandalized his entire family. He has humiliated them. He has embarrassed them. His children won't speak to him. They're mortified. He has shamed himself. He has put all their business out there into the world for everybody to see. Then that is said to be a disgraceful man. Now, I don't know. Rosebush doesn't look to me like the type who would hide behind an object if their shooting was going on and leave his family to fend for themselves. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Rosebush is a disgrace. Although, you know, I make no comment on Peach's evidence that he's a disgrace. I think that is something much, much less. I think we all have varying degrees of egoism, and I think we defend our egos in different ways. You know, you defend your ego to the degree with which, to the degree that your ego is large. So if you've got a really big ego, you defend it really bigly. You lash out, you scream, you yell, you accuse people of doing things and being things that they perhaps are not. And I think she might have been a little bit stung by Rosebush's criticism of her. You know, I don't believe in crying wolf. I don't believe in crying wolf, and I don't believe in accusing people of not what they're not guilty of. I believe in accusing people of exactly what they are guilty of. But then, of course, that is also open for interpretation. I think, I've met a few psychiatrists in my life, and I know them only through my significant other, who is in the medical field, and the thing they are concerned with is professional ethics. They want to make sure that when they psychoanalyze someone, they are not projecting things onto that person from their own insecurities and their own feelings. But I call it something more. For me, for the non-psychoanalyst, I call it integrity. And you don't want to accuse people of things that serve only to bolster your ego. So you don't go around saying, this person likes me. This person is jealous of me. Well, what does that mean? That means that you have something to be jealous of. Or is the person really jealous of you, or are you just stroking your own ego? So that's my 2 pieces on it. So Rosebush, I guess if you are watching this, I don't know if you're even still subscribed to me, but if you are watching this, maybe you can tell us whether you've ever fallen down drunk at the family reunion, and while there was shooting going on, and hid behind an object and left your wife and children to fend for themselves. And then we can figure out whether you are indeed a disgrace or not. Take care.